What was hyped as a game changer ended up being a masterclass in missed opportunity. A mandatory two-stop strategy was meant to jolt Monaco back to life, inject some adrenaline, force some moves, and finally break the cycle of the slowest parade in motorsport. But what did we get instead? A tactical snooze fest. Let's be clear. This wasn't a case of drivers lacking bravery. It was physics. Today's F1 cars are simply too big for Monaco's tight, unforgiving layout. Even with a 4-second pace advantage, overtakes were impossible. Lando Norris might have taken the checkered flag, a huge moment for him and for McLaren, but how he got there, controlled pace, tire management, and staying in front. Not thrilling, just clinical. Charles Leclerc delivered yet another heartbreaking home race, fast, focused, but with zero opportunity to challenge. And Verstappen? Red Bull pulled a wild strategy, holding out until the penultimate lap, praying for chaos. It never came. And while the front of the grid was locked in stasis, the midfield was a circus. But not the fun kind. Liam Lawson slowed the pack with a veteran's poise, giving teammate Isaac Hadjar the clean air needed for a career-best sixth. Mercedes found themselves tangled in traffic tricks, with George Russell choosing a drive-through penalty over returning a position. And that's not a joke. That actually happened. Teams turned loopholes into strategy. It wasn't racing, it was manipulation. A chessboard with carbon fiber pieces. Fernando Alonso, once again the victim of cruel luck. His Aston Martin trailed smoke before bowing out of what could have been a solid points finish. The race start? Barely a whimper. Gabriel Bortoleto clipped a barrier, brought out a virtual safety car, and set the tone for what followed. Opportunistic pit stops, failed gambles, and a destroyed Alpine courtesy of Gasly's overzealous move on Tsunoda. Even Hamilton, the 7-time world champion, ran a race that felt more like a solo time trial than competition. Now here's the twist. Norris's win, that narrows the title race. Just a few points now separate him from teammate Oscar Piastri, and Verstappen is lurking, ready to pounce. But this title fight deserves better. It deserves a stage where racing, not regulation gymnastics, determines the outcome. Let's talk about the elephant in the paddock, the Monaco circuit. It's iconic, it's legendary, but right now, it's broken. Suggestions have been floated. Remove the Novel chicane, extend the straight, reroute before Portier. But every option slams against the same wall. Safety and tradition. And tradition is starting to feel like an excuse. Because this weekend wasn't just boring. It was a wake-up call. The rules, the track, and the cars, they're not syncing anymore. Monaco isn't racing. It's a spectacle in cosplay. Some say it's time for smaller cars. Others push for layout changes. There's even talk of introducing a minimum lap time to stop teams from building strategic time gaps. Radical? Maybe. But after what we just witnessed, it might be the only way to bring Monaco back to life. This isn't just a race that lacked overtakes. It lacked meaning. When even Martin Brundle is calling the regulations a joke, you know things are bad. Lando Norris took the win, but the race, it lost its soul. And unless Formula One faces this crisis head-on, Monaco will stay what it's become. A high-speed photo op with points attached. So what do you think? Is Monaco still worth saving? Or has it run out of road? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from real fans. And if you're passionate about F1, the highs, the heartbreak, and the hard truths, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a deep dive.